Linval Joseph, defensive tackle, big man. We interviewed him at the Super Bowl last year. He was a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I was surprised. I even told him back there. I said, "Wow, on TV you don't look this big. I mean, this guy's 6'4", 304. I mean, he took up the whole screen, man. This guy's 6'4", 340 pounds. He's a mammoth cat, man. He's a big guy. But kudos to Brandon Beane and them in the scouting department to go out and find these veteran players and that's what the game is coming to. A lot of these NFL veterans are not going with a team for training camp anymore. They're just sitting at home saying, nah, we'll wait until we see, what's going on, how things shake out, how injuries go, which teams need players. And then they pick and choose. They get to pick, the older guys get to pick and choose and make a lot. Now this contract is maybe worth up to, could be total of $3.6 million for 9 to 10 games. That's not a bad deal. And you save the wear and tear on your body as well, J-GILLZ. What's your take on that?
Absolutely. I thought that was an excellent pickup as well. I noted in my last article I wrote for the Buffalo Presbyterian and also for Zeal Talk Upstate, 3 trade options that the Buffalo Bills could do. I focused in on Chicago Bears defensive tackle Andrew Billings, another massive man. But to get Linval Joseph for this price, not have to give up anything, I think he's going to plug in superbly right next to Daquan Jones. I'm sorry, not Daquan Jones, but an Ed Oliver in that rotation with a Tim Settle, and of course with Big Jordan Phillips, and then with edging it out with Leonard Floyd and Von Miller, who hopefully can bounce back after the rough start to the season that he's had trying to get prepared from injury. So I think he's going to be an excellent piece to this Buffalo Bills defensive line in the run game, and I think it was a kudos to Brandon Beane for going out and looking at what he needed and getting it done for sure.
Absolutely. It seems to be he's better with free agents and finding talent off the field than those top draft picks. He doesn't seem to be the best with the actual top draft picks each year. He's good at getting guys diamond in the roughs and finding veteran guys that can come in and fill a need. And also Leonard Fournette, the New Orleans native. Coming up here, he was wearing shorts the first practice out there on Wednesday. You can see the snow piled up. It's obvious Orchard Park had a lot of snow over last weekend. During practice, you can see in the background snowbanks up against the fence. I'm saying, wow, they got a lot of snow out there in Orchard Park. We didn't get anything like that here in the city of Buffalo or in Rochester, New York proper. We didn't get any. We got snow, a little wet snow, but not no hard snow like they had out there. And he was running around in shorts talking about it's colder than a penguin. Hey, man, that ain't cold yet, man. Hey, J-GILLZ, somebody better tell him, man, this ain't cold weather yet. Not in Western, it hasn't got cold yet in Western New York.
No.
Tell that brother, man, he ain't in New Orleans or Tampa.
He is used to that. He used to that down south. He used to that Florida. He's from Florida, so he's used to that heat. So he was trying to make a point, make an impact statement with those shorts on, and it wasn't until the next day, the very next day, when he was fully suited and booted, dressed up, had his hands in his pocket. He knew what it was. But another great pickup from Brandon Beane. My God, I've been clamoring for the Bills to go and get another running back. I thought Dalvin Cook would have been the answer, but to get playoff Lenny for the second half of the season, oh my God, with how Josh Allen's been playing, his efficiency, leading the league in completion percentage, being able to dump it off to a back, and now you got a savvy veteran who can make it happen with the pass. Oh my God, this is going to be a great piece. But he's also behind, obviously, James Cook and Latavius Murray. So I think he's an added and needed piece, and I think he'll definitely make an impact on this offense.
I agree, and because he's a veteran, and he's an excellent pass blocker too. He doesn't get enough credit for his pass blocking. Leonard Fournette is an outstanding pass blocker, so he can read defenses better. He could actually help Josh Allen with, hey man, they come in this. He could actually help him out. Maybe once he get in tune with him in a few weeks, maybe 4 to 5 weeks down the road, he gets in tune. He can also see where the blitz is coming and be able to pick it up, help him pick up the blitzers coming in. Something that James Cook isn't good at. You got to give the ball to James Cook in space. Get the ball to Cook in space. Stop running them in between the tackles. You should be giving that to Latavius Murray. And people, once again, just like the devil, I call it the Devin Singletary syndrome. They complaining about Latavius Murray. He hasn't touched the ball. What are you talking about? Oh well, he hasn't been an impactful player. How can you be an impactful player when you're not getting the touches? He had 5 attempts for 7 yards. He only touched the ball 5 times for 7 yards. What kind of plays were they? Were they obvious running plays? Were they set up in a formation where the defense figured that the Bills were going to try to run? It's hard to tell. But when you get 7 and 5, you got Cook with 14 rushes for 67 yards. Once again, Cook was averaging 4.8 yards a carry. This is the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Buffalo Bills' last game was back on Thursday, a week ago Thursday. If you got 14 attempts, James Cook should have had 20 attempts in that game. If he averaging 4.8 yards a carry, that means you only got 6 yards left to gain a first down. So he really can make things happen, and make some plays for you. You just got to run the football. Give it to Murray. Give it to Cook, but give it to Cook in space. Now you can put Leonard Fournette in there, and Leonard Fournette can have a big impact. It depends on, as the mighty O, the big O just said, he don't know about Lenny having a big impact. It's definitely how you use him. If the Bills can give him the ball and have him go in between the tackles, and you throw the ball in space to James Cook, that opens up Khalil Secure. That guy's an excellent receiver. Give him the ball more. You got Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs shouldn't be getting targeted 15 times in the game. The Bills have talent. Dalton Kincaid is now somebody. Why somebody got to get hurt for Dalton Kincaid to say, hey, your #1 draft pick looks pretty good. He made some excellent catches again. Why? See, that's why I have a problem with Dorsey. Why won't you come out the gate using these guys? You got Dawson Knox. You throwing the ball to a guy that's known for dropping the ball, and you just drafted your #1 draft pick, Dalton Kincaid. You didn't even kick the tires on him yet. He's brand new. He found, man, that catch he made on the sideline, that was one of the best catches I've seen in the last few years by a Buffalo Bills tight end. I mean, that footwork, he catches, he uses his hands. Yep. Dawson Knox should be learning from this guy how to catch a football.
Last thought on Leonard Fournette, also to the Bills Mafia there. Let's send him some love. This is more of a redemption story for those who didn't know. Back in June of this year, when he got into that horrific car accident, luckily he came out untouched, but the car caught on fire, it was demolished, and he was quoted saying that he was still blessed to be able to be here today. So, Bills Mafia, show him some love on his Instagram or Twitter or X now. Give him some love, and, it's just a good redemption story for old Leonard Fournette.